You can very much fall a victim to that pressure of like duplicating the success that you did in the first round because you want to, you know, take advantage of this momentum.
The theater was full of journalists. And typically, this is what we do for a living. You walk out of the movie's done and boom, 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 boom. You just go about your business. We were all still standing there talking about different elements of the film. Whatever, you know, there's the people that are more technical and the people that are into the story and the family element. And they had to ask us to leave.
Oh, that makes me want to cry.
So if there's any publicist or anybody that wants to know about how our genuine reaction was, that's it. Like if you have to kick a bunch of journalists out that literally do this for a living and watch movies every day, so congratulations.
Thank you so much. It just goes to show that outside of your job, you also deserve to be taken, you know, for a ride and transported somewhere where you're compelled to feel, you're compelled to think, and you're compelled to connect with others.
Yeah, 100%. Like we went out, ended up going out for drinks with people I've never hung out with before.
That's so awesome.
It was just such a moment.
You just said it. Look, the movie's about protecting each other.
Yeah.
And there you are. It's made you connect with each other. Yeah. It's such a visceral reaction. It's great.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun to just be able to chat about movies. That's what we like. We love movies, and it was an experience. And obviously, kudos to James Cameron for that as well. You guys, I have to talk about you guys because there's obviously this one fact that everybody's pointing out that when you did Avatar, the first one, no kids, and then now 3 kids each. Yeah. Was that planned, or just coincidence, or just?
I think that Jim. I know, right? Like,
me and the producers are like,
Sam and I connected, and we were like, if you're gonna have kids, I'm gonna have kids.
Yeah. It was contractually obligated.
Well, here's the thing. Our eldest children are of the same age, and our younger ones are
pretty close.
Your middle and my last one, they are
2.5, and how old's Zen?
No, well, your last one is 2.5, but your middle one
is
6, just like Zen. So we were very, and in a way also, like Jake and Natir have lived like very parallel lives to Sam and I. Here's what I love about what Jim did. Yes, you can walk away, you can go live your life, and you can let this story revisit you whenever the story is ready to take its continuation, right? And that's what he did. And that's when he came down to that conclusion that they needed to be a family now.
Yeah, it's a natural extension.
That was the natural extension. He goes, because if not, I'm just going to do a carbon copy of the first, and it's just these young people that love each other, and that they're just warriors that are super heroic. No, now I'm going to make them super compromised because they're going to have things that they care more than they care about themselves or their purposes, and they're going to be challenged, you know, as individuals, as parents, as partners, and as leaders of clans. And what are they going to do? And that was quite amazing. When he did that, I'm like, oh my! And then we were having kids too.
Yeah, it was 2015, and he showed me the whole saga. Yeah. And it wasn't movie 1, movie 2, movie 3, movie 4, movie 5. It was just this story about this family. And my wife was heavily pregnant at the time, and we had to wheel her around the room because she was too tired.
Right.
Watching this story of a family unfold and get bigger and bigger and bolder as we're about to go on this similar kind of journey. So it was kind of, I knew then that there's something kind of special and unique about the direction he takes these movies, because they're a labor of love at the end of the day, and it's obviously, you know, felt, which is great.
We had a screening, just me and Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington and Stephen Lang, just the 4 of us, and I think we bawled through the whole movie. You know, as soon as it started, you become an immediate member of this family.
Right.
And what happens to them happens to you. It's like a portal. It's really not like a movie. It's like an experience. I don't know if you've been to Disney World, but they have an Avatar ride.
Yeah.
You know, and you go flying down this waterfall. It felt like that for, as our producer says, 2 hours and 72 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll actually share something with you. So last night at the screening, it's a number of journalists from around the world, and this is what we do for years. And usually at the end of the screening, everybody just leaves. Last night, I promise you, we were there until they kicked us out. We were all chatting about the film. That's
great.
I think that right there, in terms of like publicists or whoever's working on the films, got to look at something like that and be like, we did a damn good job.
I think Jim would be thrilled to hear that.
Literally just watched the film last night, so I'm still like.
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No. I'm watching it on Tuesday with everyone else. I'm very excited.
Well, see, this is where I was going to start, because I was chatting with Sigourney just now, and she was talking about how emotional she was watching the film. So I wanted to know what your initial reaction was. But, all right, wow, I saw it before you?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Sounds like you did. I mean, I think for these guys, for Zoe and Sam and Sigourney, I think it really must be a very powerful emotional experience, because it's been so much a part of their lives.
Right.
I mean, since the first one, Zoe's had 3 children.
Yeah.
And Sam, I think, has had 2.
3 as well.
Oh, 3 as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, they have become parents. They've become the characters they created.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a really powerful thing. And, yeah, I'm sure it's very emotional for them all.
Well, thank you for that. You gave me a great answer, even though the question wasn't even relevant to you.
I'm good at that.
You are so good.
30 years.
Golly,
30 years of junkets. I get
Kate
good at
Winslet,
it.
y'all. Another thing that you did that's impressive, other than giving me a great answer, was 7 minutes. Is that right? Over 7?
7 minutes and 14 seconds.
Correction. 7 minutes and 14 seconds. My fault. And that's something I could never do. I'm 41 years old. I'm not a strong swimmer now. I don't think I ever will be. So this beats even Tom Cruise's record. So the producers and I wanted to know, did Tom reach out to you at all?
No, you're not the first person to have asked me that question. No, he didn't.
No.
I can foresee there's going to be some kind of a
theme here?
Well, no, I can foresee that Tom might just want to do a breath hold challenge with me, which would be so amazing. Can you imagine that? It was amazing learning to hold my breath. It is not something you can try at home. It is not something you should do by yourself.
Right.
It is a sport. It is a skill. And I had to learn it really quickly, and I just loved it. Sigourney was also amazing at it. My gosh. So, yeah, it's something, when you achieve a physical feat like that in your middle age, it's, God, I just never imagined I would do that after having had 3 kids.
I'm encouraged.
It was so amazing.
I'm encouraged.
And it's not about swimming. You don't have to be a good swimmer at all.
You just have to. So is it like because in the film there's a big emphasis on breath work and breathing from the diaphragm, and is it a lot of that, like just being still and almost reverent?
Yes, it is absolutely a lot of being still, quietening the nervous system, calming your mind, and it's not just a big breath that comes from your lungs. It literally comes from your gut. So it's it's quite a skill, I have to say.
So listen, you guys did Aliens. Now you've got Avatar. But in 2009, you're Dr. Augustine. 2022, you're Kiri. Do you question James at that point, or how do you feel about going in playing a 14-year-old?
I did think he was a bit crazy, but we talked about it all before he wrote the scripts. We talked about our creating a character who had some relationship to Grace Augustine, but who was as curious as Grace in terms of the science and the nature of the forest, the natural world. And Kiri is different because she feels more at home with the creatures and the flora and the fauna than she does with people. She's very shy. She's 14. And the other thing Jim said to me was, you're so immature. You're really 14 anyway, so this will be easy for you.
One last question before I go. You said you're going to watch the film on Tuesday with everyone else. And then that sort of coincides with, I think, just a matter of days before the 25th anniversary of Titanic. Why do you think, or in your opinion, why do you think Titanic is still like this big, massive cultural phenomenon that it still is today?
I think because it's one of those, those incredible historical disasters that captured imaginations for what it was. And then when you combine the imagined love story and layer that on the top, and the music and the special effects. And, it was really a movie of its time in terms of how cutting edge it was with the technology and the special effects. And, that's Jim Cameron. I mean, look, he's doing it again now. He's never going to stop doing it. He's the most extraordinary filmmaker, and his ability to imagine universes and then bring them to life is just phenomenal. He's amazing.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for giving me a good interview.
You're welcome.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here, and don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.